All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Audio check. Yeah. Audio check. Audio check. Okay. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Randolph. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, everybody. All right. Let's get spend about 5 minutes or so just kind of going over yesterday before the day starts, and then kind of go from there. All right. So we'll go over the trades, basically the major ones, and just kind of basically go over that and then go on to our day. So in the room and streaming, we ended up the day at 46.24, right? Then, took a break and came back, and I had a trade here that made me 12.57 off a continuation trade on the 200 NT Rinko. Then had 10 contract trades that I continued to trade about, what is that, from 15 to 27 trades after that. That basically I was connecting with the market one after the other, and all the way up to and including the close of that day. So I ended up the actual day from the close of the room and the stream at 46.24 added up to that profit to 24.078. So ended up pretty decent for the day. And these are the trades. Let's take a look at them quick. Things started right here, yeah. Right, and the buying in that range took a bit of heat and sold up here. And that was a retracement into a 200 NT Rinko buy uh, buy interest. Here, you had the captain set up switch trade. I got an entry covered and wanted to see if it breaks below, but it didn't. So I got stopped out on the rest. And that was a profitable trade. Got long here, sold here on a continuation trade. I got the same setup here, captain setup switch trade, got short, covered into that move. And the last few are uh, right here. We went long here, sold some, left it alone, and sold some more here on a captain setup switch trade that showed up. And here we got in long, sold, and I oversold actually. So I ended up getting short, and I covered very quickly. Uh, well, before it tanked, but nonetheless, that's what happened here. Got long, covered, got long some more, and sold. So buy, sell, buy, sell, and the rationale behind that trade is 200 and the 100 were in sync, and basically the 20 NT Rinko was lining up. I didn't like the fact that they put a captain setup, but nonetheless, that was what they did here. And then long, uh, and sold, and sold last one here. And that's the close right there. So that is how we ended up turning it to a $24,000 day. And you guys saw all the way up to that 46.24. So the moral of the story, stay calm, carry on, continue to put on quality trades. And now we're about 3 minutes away from the cash market open. And like I say every morning, let's get this party started, right? Every day is a party and we are invited. So let's get it going. Okay, so I mean, that's actually a very nice move right here. But let's take a quick look at the daily and then structure our day and talk about how we're going to do things a bit differently today in in leeway of how the market has been behaving. Here we go. All right, so a bit of a reversal yesterday, and now we have okay. The three things that we're going to look at: Globex is 537 half, right? So we need to be very conscious of that level. Okay, the high is 589.50, and the low is where we at right now, pretty much is 438. So you're gonna get a two-sided market. There's a lot of distance to cover on the longs, and there are a lot of pressure on the market on the short side. So what we're gonna see is a behavior that is kind of similar to what we've been seeing a lot in the mornings lately, which is a lot of trying to figure out what the market is doing. A lot of range expansion and range collapse that that is making the first half an hour to the first half, almost to the first hour of the day, very volatile. Good morning, Karush. How are you, buddy? Nadali. Good morning. So that's what we have to be conscious of. So I'm looking at my daily here in the past few days. I'm looking at Friday, I'm looking at Monday, and I'm seeing that that first half an hour has been a bit too volatile to be uh, you know aggressive into. So my plan is, here we go, 8:30, is to really be patient that first half an hour and almost make it a rule that I am only going to be just an observer of price action during this time, and then after that first half an hour or so, really kind of uh, make sure that I'm in sync with the market and then go on trading. So we're seeing a bit of a selling pressure coming through early. We talked about Globex 37. Let's see here. Where's Globex? Yeah, the 25, 525. So we got a bit of a distance between us and Globex. And right now, Globex is the price that the market opened at 5 o'clock Central. And it's all the way from that time, which is 5 p.m. Central, all the way to 8:30 the morning, the trading morning. That is the Globex session. All right, so let's see what we're at here. We're getting pressure, we're getting continuation trade. So the continuation trade is working on the short side. The 200 NT wrinkle and the 100 NT wrinkle are short. So that's the direction we should be looking at this current moment. and we also seen uh, um, yeah, we're seeing. Yeah, sure, Paul. I'll start doing that for you. No problem. Yeah, uh, Karush. Yes, that's at six a.m. Eastern. P.m. Not a.m. 6 p.m. The prior day is the beginning of Globex. All right, so let's get going here. Let's get going. All right, we're getting another continuation trade lower here with a captain setup. Short. If this candle goes lower to 76, that will trigger a selling pressure lower. Here it comes. You're getting 75. Yeah, you should be getting more push. So you got your 5 points plus break even. That's a structure short. Target number 3 is 362 half. We're going to be patient. We're going to be relaxed. We're going to wait for the right opportunity to come along. And we're going to be very focused on uh, uh, the market behavior here. Mental training. That's stuff that we kind of go over when we're training people, how to stay calm in every stage of the trading process. You divide the trading process to segments and you build efficiencies in each segment, mental and technical efficiencies. And anxiety is nothing but an emotional state yet that you can control. So you're seeing that continuation behavior. Be honest with us, it's really great trading behavior here because you got one here that market was in sync, a second one, and a third one, and every single one did not give us hardly any heat. So, but I committed. I mean, I committed to waiting that first half an hour already. So I'm going to stick to my commitment. Market is disconnecting here. Good morning, Safe. Good morning. No trades, Safe. No trades for me this morning. We are going to be kind of relaxed, giving the market a little bit of time this morning. Let them play the game. Yeah, yeah. You're asking me if they're working. Well, guess what? Here you go. That's one, and here comes another one. So that right there, that's two of them that just happened today, and both worked. All right. So we're getting a little bit of a pause in the market. If we break up to 86, which we're about to, the market is disconnecting, meaning the 200 and the 100 are no longer in sync, and that puts the shorts on pause. And we need to find out how they're going to react to the 86 level. We got very close. It's just we didn't close above it, and that needs to happen. Wow, look at that. They need the 86. The longs need the 86. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right, the sellers are coming in. Oh wow, that's nice. So see how quick. I mean, they got to it within like a point, and then just flushed everybody. So now the new level for the long 74. They need to break. Where's? Let me put my line here. They're about to put a captain if they close this candle lower, which may not happen. Yeah, no. Kind of they're behaving the same way here that they behaved here. So let's see what they want to do with this. 10, 20, yeah. Shorts are still in charge against that 74. So 200 and 100 are in sync on the short side, and you're getting multiple continuation patterns against the channel number one of this. Actually, yeah, channel number one of the sequence. Target number three in this sequence is 316. So if we break that channel, which a break above 40 can do that, then we're setting up the stage for channel number two. And here you go, they're coming back in. Target number three short in this short sequence is hit at 316. Target number four is going to be 271. Target number five, both of them are outlier events, but we could see them happen. 271 and 241. All right. Target number three hit again, and now they're breaking it lower. I mean, it's really a persistent selling pressure, and it's very smooth comparing to the price action that we've experienced in the past few days. Well, that's good to see, be honest with you. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? All right, so we're seeing them that they switched. Uh, Basically, they are trading above channel number two. That's what you see them do. I want to draw that one. It goes from here right here. Okay. All right, so they broke channel number two. We established a new cloud and we established a new transitional zone. And if the market closes at 47, yeah, and it did here. So basically, the 200 and the 100 NT wrinkle are out of sync right now. And what that mean? That means the longs are just showing up with a bit of a rally, counter trend rally, and the shorts are on pause. So two things need to happen here. First thing is if we go all the way to 396, that will get the 200 and the 100 in sync on the long side. If in this current candle we go down to 310, 310 will uh, fail this wave of buying interest and put us in a position where there's a continuation short coming in. And you could see them doing that. So scenario number two is is done there. Here we go. Yeah. So take a look. So the 200, the 100 NT Rinko is the candle is down, and the 200 NT Rinko, the candle is pointing down, meaning both the long term and the short term trade, Rinko trade is pointing in the same direction. That's what we pretty much need to see. Yeah, look at that. That's another wave. 313. We should see a selling pressure below 300. That's, oh yeah. There you go. Polly, does that mean you can private message or no? So at the top of the hour, we have a piece of news coming in, which is the CB consumer confidence, new home sales, and Richmond manufacturing index. The most important one of them is the CB consumer confidence level. They're looking at 108.5 as a number to look at. Yeah, more selling pressure. Everything here has been nothing but selling. Yeah, good morning, Sheila. So what we're seeing here in ES as well, since we're kind of, I mean, it's going to be consistent with what you're seeing for the most part in NQ. There's a very persistent selling reversal here, an inception trade that happened at 283, then one transitional zone after the other. I mean, and here they came back a little bit further. They put a cap and set up short, tested it twice, and sold off switch trades, trigger trades. This transitional zone continue to be strong and prevalent. They disconnect and reconnect in a very strong way, and they're doing it again right here. So that you're just saying you see in the market continuing to be sold on every rally that we experience, and that tells you the strength of the shorts on both uh, NQ and ES. Let's clean up our chart a little bit here. Be honest with you, there was a lot of good trading going on here. I just made a commitment to be patient, and I have to stick to my commitment. So after the news that's going to happen at 9 o'clock, we'll take a look at entry points. But there's a lot of entry points that are happening right now. I know, Adam. I keep seeing them, and I'm like, man, those are really good. I made a decision yesterday that I will wait. So I'm gonna stick to that decision. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the CB is gonna be the biggest one right now. All right, let me reduce my size. We're gonna stay at 5. And here comes another continuation trade. Target number 3 is hit in this sequence. And you got target number 4 will be 213. And we have news coming up in about 3 minutes. And you got more. You got more. You got more. You got more, man. Funny the day that you say, "Hey, I'm not gonna trade the morning, or I'm not gonna trade that first half an hour." Look what they do, right? Good morning, Gary. How are you? All right, 1 minute, 1 minute to the top of the hour. So you're making money, Adam? Are we up for the day? This is directional market. 200 and the 100 are in sync. We're shorting on rallies. Okay, that's no problem at all. I mean, as long as you're in sync and you're executing properly, it's all good. Doesn't matter if it's one contract or 100. The trade is the same. All right, so the market is disconnecting here. So that you want them to, at least for the, you want them to protect that 300. There's a lot of sellers in this market this early in the morning. And here comes the news. Should be coming in any second here. Yeah, CB is, let's see if, yeah, okay, so it came at 107.3. Let's see what that means. Okay. So CB, consumer confidence, is the level of composite index based on surveyed households. And I mean, you know what? This is the reaction. Sell. And they gave us another rotation right here. They're doing it. Man, I'm telling you, this is like a gold mine. Target number 4 is 213. Target number 5, 174. All right. So for today, so far, no trades have been executed. We've been kind of watching the market and patiently watching the market, giving it that first half an hour to do what it wants to do. And what it wants to do is to be directional, which is, it's that kind of price action is great. So we're heading toward target number 4, 213. That's coming up next. Yeah, safe. I end up 24K yesterday. I just kept trading. It just I had one big trade, and the rest of them were just smaller. But it just kind of kept working, so I kept doing it. Good morning, GM. Good morning. How are you? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, most of them were like 10 contracts, but there's one that was 40, but it was in tranches. It wasn't just like in one spot. Target number 4 is hit. Clean price action today. It's really clean price action. Target number 5 is 174 and a half. DWAC long. Okay. Good. Good luck. DWAC. Let's see. It's up money in a down market. That has to be good, right? That's always a sign that the market is a solid one. When you have an overall index that is down and an instrument within that index that it's up for the day, it always tells you something about the underlining strength. ES. Ooh, look at that ES. There was a captain setup switch trade right here. Long. Okay, so the 200 and the 100 are out of sync right now. So let me just point that out to you. So the 100 NT Rinko shifted long while the 200 NT Rinko is still short. So two things need to happen. One is either we see 211 again in this next candle, similar to what we saw um, earlier here. If that happens, then the market is in sync again and you're going to get another rotation lower, or the market can run up a little bit more, which looks like that's what we're going to get. As long as we don't break 300, then reverse back in with a closure lower, then that continues to be a short signal. And if we break to 300 and above, then the market is going to be in sync on the long side. So those are the scenarios that we are paying attention to. And the odds are it looks like that we are going to be stable here. And you're seeing that captain setup switch trade in ES as a long, and that's holding up very, very well. So we may end up seeing 300 out of this thing. But what would trigger me to act? Because that's ultimately the question here is either we hit 300 and then we retrace in a meaningful way for me to enter, or along the way to 300 the market fails and the 100 NT Rinko sells off and close lower. So for example, if right now if we get to 24, that would fulfill that scenario, and that would be an actionable event for me. 24. Here we go. So we have the news behind us right now, and we'll see if that scenario materialize. And if it does, great. And if it doesn't, we're going to be patient and just wait for whatever the market wants to do here. I'm gonna actually drop my sizing to 2 contracts. I want to see how my first couple of trades are behaving. First couple of decisions I'm gonna make, how they're behaving. Am I in sync? Am I not? Then we'll go from there. So the longs are coming in with a higher low here, and the cloud shifted positive, and we have channel number one, channel number two on the upside building up, and the market is that's channel number one right here, and then this is channel number two. So basically, if the market continue to protect 40 and 30, between 40 and 30, that level, then we are going to see a bit of an upward momentum price action that needs to be protected here. The 24 is an area where the price needs to hold. Otherwise, the shorts are back in sync. They're putting a captain setup short on ES. So we want to see the 48, how the 48 is going to get handled. Yeah, see that? So we're going to get a flush here in NQ, a little bit of a flush. Ultimately, the 24 is the key. And what gave us the clue that we're going to see a little bit of this is how ES was behaving. They put on a captain setup short in an area that got tested 3 times. So that was an interesting behavior right there. So the excuse me, actionable areas that I'm concerned looking for is that 24, the 224, and then also the 300. This price action in between those levels, it's an area for me to gather information right now. Here we go. So the 24 got violated, meaning that we are looking for the next time we get a fresh transitional zone, we're going to look for an entry point. So hopefully this will disconnect, meaning we lose this gray zone and then we reestablish a new one. And I hope they give me the chance and the opportunity to participate on an aggressive basis. I mean, they put on a switch trade and a trigger trade. I mean, I could take those, but we want to take a higher probability event. I mean, we're down 300 points on Nasdaq. That's amazing, right? Yeah, target number 3 is coming up on this sequence of 207, and we have not disconnected out of this transitional zone. So this is that one big move lower. We're still looking for rallies to short into. Target number 3 is hit. I really want to be participating in this short here, but it's beautiful. Really beautiful stuff going on here. So we're in channel number 1 of this short interest. They're driving this thing down the cliff. And let me show you something really beautiful here. Look at that beauty. This is called the 200 NT Renko. At no time since the open of the day did it ever tell you that you should be going long. It told you to go short, to stay short, continue to be short, and to this moment it's still telling us to be short. So when will it change? It changes once these candles flip back up, or this candle close up to right now would be 275. If we get to 275, at a minimum, that's a pause in the selling pressure. I mean, they could re-exert it again, but the longs can get active there. But at no point in that price action did the market tell you to go long. So right there, that's a big win. Good morning, Yanis. Good morning. The early signs of the market turning could be potentially a break above 226. So if the market ends up producing that, then we can take a look. So they're disconnected here. Let's see how they're gonna reconnect. All right, more flushing behavior. I mean, they put a spear trade here, but that just happened too quick for me to participate in. Two 22, here it comes. All right, so we need to break above 26. If that happens, that market is disconnecting between the 200 and the 100, which means that you're getting a consolidated market at this time, and there is a bit of back give and take in it. You see run ups, you see reversals, you're going to see a lot of consolidation, you see a lot of basing behavior if we start to break above 26. Because in essence, you're putting a pause on the selling pressure when you do that. And the interesting thing is every time we even rally uh, in any way, sellers come in strength. And we're oscillating around the whole number, which is the 213,200. Okay, that's a good one right here. Excuse me. Let's see if I can get in. If this candle closes lower, that is. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not gonna. Okay. So it didn't do it. Hmm. Okay, here you go. Boom. Selling pressure, selling pressure. Okay, here we go. That should flush lower. There you go. Boom. 72. Yeah, that was a switch trade signal right here. I guess eventually, sometime today, I'll take a trade. All right. So you see what they're doing here. What they're doing, they keep taking out the low and reversing, taking out the low and reversing. That's an accumulation type of behavior that tells you that their buyers, big buyers, are buying into these little dips that you're seeing. That does not constitute a buy for me. It's just a behavior I need to be conscious of. Ultimately, the market has to act in a very specific way in order for me to be interested in the long side. And that would be at this current time, run up to 250. At a minimum, you have to go above 208, and it looks like we're gonna head there. But at the same time, I don't have a signal. I'm just looking to read this market. All right, let's see here. If they break that 200, they're gonna really take it up. Okay, they're not ready yet. They're not ready. Nope. Okay. All right. No, I think they're. Yeah, that's a lot of choppiness going on here, which is consistent of a basing behavior. Here you go. Boom. All right, so the 100 and the 200 now are out of sync. With that run up that we just saw, the 100 and the 200 are out of sync. What does that mean? That means that the market is no longer in harmony in the direction of the shorts. And you're going to get this type of behavior where they run it up a little bit, bring it back in, run it up, bring it back. It's not the optimal place to go long, but this is a start if the market wants to reverse completely. It's 9:30, so it's been an hour since the open. Yeah, look at that. Here we go. So the two scenarios are as follows. One, if you are if we end up breaking that 173, that will get the market back in sync on the short side, or you go all the way to 250. Anything in between, it's consolidation and basically a price action that we wait on, and we go from there. It looks like they're ready for a push. They are ready for a push. Target number 3 is hit. This is the first meaningful behavior on the long side we've seen all day long. Target number 4 in the sequence 246, which we said 250, reverses the 200 NT Rinko. So we'll see if target number 4 is in in store for us here. But they put a trap, and the trap, at least a minor trap, is this captain setup short. It actually went down from 96 to 87, uh, so about 9 points or so, and then reversed it. So everybody that got short here got trapped in this wave of buying. And let's see how far they're going to push it. They're about to do another one here. Here you go, captain setup. Another captain setup short. And that one was a big wick too. So now let's see if they trap people in that one. I mean, an entry here at 10 already made you 5 points plus break even. And let's see what they want to do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if they close this candle lower at 98, that would be a captain setup switch trade. And that's a short signal. And the target is 90. So here we go. So let's see if they flush it to 90. They should. There you go. There you go. That's 90. That's 90. Here we go. Okay. So that was a good signal right there. So the shorts are still fighting. They are fighting here. They are fighting. And like I said, 73 is the market sinking back in. Looks edgy. Yeah, they're putting the brakes on this market here. 73 is a level in which if we hit it, the 100 and the 200 will get back in sync. Multiple short behaviors are presenting themselves in this rotation, and ultimately, the longs need to defeat that 15 to the 22 level. That would get things rolling on a counter trend rally. But they're not showing any strength really of any meaningful way as of this moment. I mean, things do change, right? A switch trade right here will set the stage for a push lower. Here it comes. We should be experiencing a burst of energy lower right here. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So that's an expectation. And you have a 50 NT Rinko Captain set up long. Let me see here. I'll take that, see what happened. And then they're going to give it to me, right? Okay. Well, they did me in on that one. Wow. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Look at that thing. So that was the captain setup long right here. And they failed that one very quickly. So that 73 showed up, and the market is back in sync on short side. Yes, they're getting wiggy again. 188. Okay, so 188. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, here we go. Another rotation lower. Everything is in sync on the short side. Yeah, that was a fast one, Frida. That was a fast one. I'll be patient. I'll wait for the next one. Okay, they put a captain setup switch trade long here. Let's see how far they take that one. I mean, it should at least get to 61. Here comes 61. All right, 185. Okay, so 185 will disconnect the market again, but they put that captain setup switch trade. ES is still weak overall. All the indices are weak anyway, but they just put a captain setup long right here. So let's see if they hold on to it and hold on to 13. That's going to be an important level. Okay, okay, okay. So the 200 and the 100 are out of sync right now again. All right. So the two scenarios are either 149 or we're starting to break up to 222. I'm going to I'm going to add into this rotation. Okay, well that they just kind of gave me $100 here, but let's see if I can get a better entry. Yeah, they're putting a lot of switch trades here. It should go up a little bit. I want to see a disconnect of the transitional zone and a reconnect of it. Okay, you got a captain set up on the 30 in Tirinko, captain set up short. So we may see a bit of a selling pressure coming through here. So what I'm doing right now is is basically counter trending and using the 100 in Tirinko, uh, can align myself up with this long buy interest here. And it's a small one, not that big either. Again, I mean, what will get me to get back in the short mode is a break below 150, and I would get aggressive long if we go above 222. Anything in between is scalping only, and I'm gonna switch my trailer to all in, all out, meaning I'm just gonna take, the 5 point pops that the market is giving me. We are down 350 points. Here we go. That's it right here. Boom. It's a bit fast though. Ninety three. Okay. If we get to that 93, that would be a continuation trade, and we should be able to hit the 200. 91. Okay, we're not there yet. Okay, well, let's see. You do not want to see a break below 73. That will set up a captain setup short on the 50 in Tirinko. Nope. And give it to me. That's fine. Just gonna post my order right here, and just kind of move my order to the entry point if I see it. Yeah, you don't want to break 73. Okay. Canceling that order. Yep. Sellers are coming. That's going to be a pivotal point or an important point in price action. If we break this structure to the upside, meaning breaking to 195, then that structure is going to be violated. And that is a trap for a lot of shorts. But uh, they did that here. They put a long and then they flushed everybody. Okay. Including me. And here again, they are doing the same type of pattern, short though. And let's see how strong they push. But the 200 and the 100 are not in sync right now. And I will be patient. I'll just wait. I'm going to step away for just a second here. All right, so here they go again, and we got to that, excuse me, 45.50, and we are looking for another rotation to get involved into on the short side. And they put on actually that captain setup that we talked about. They could put a captain setup switch trade, so that is the catalyst for that move lower, and put another switch trade, and now they're flushing the whole structure. The shorts are still in control of this narrative here. Every time we even get to the top end of the range, the market comes in. ES, we started a new transitional zone right here, and target number 2 is hit. Target number 3 is 42.10. Weakness in NQ is similar to weakness in NASDAQ. I mean, NQ and ESR in many ways are moving in sync today. We're down 400 points. You would think the market should be turning around any minute, right? That's not what we're seeing, though. I mean, structurally, everything is still short. The pauses that they had with the 100 NT wrinkle reversing has been nothing but a momentarily pauses. Thirteen 13,000 as a target. Let's take a look at the daily. I mean, that will give us an idea what to expect. Yeah, look at that. That's just they're cliff diving. That's for sure. They're cliff diving. All right, so 13,000 is a very legitimate target to this price action and this price structure. So we open a Globex. Globex is 535, and we just continue to go lower. Now the question: should we anticipate the reversal in any way? I mean, we are extended right from 600 to 150, 450 points from top to bottom to where we at. We are 450 points down from the Globex high. I mean, anybody would be looking at this and saying, "Hey, it should be turning around any minute." It should. That doesn't mean it will. What would I have to do? I mean, like, what would I have to see in order for me to be interested? You have to get a reversal, a meaningful reversal in the 200 at this point. I mean, like, look, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 candles in a row on the downside on the 200 NT Rinko. Even when we get a reversal candle on the 200, that one is going to get really tested. So I wouldn't be eager to jump on the long side immediately. I would need to see a higher low on the 20 NT Rinko. I need to see a lot of behavior that supports a base for higher prices. All right, can you guys hear me on YouTube? Can you guys still hear me? I think there's a disconnect here for a second. All right, so let's just keep looking at this market here. All right, thank you, thank you. All right, so what we're seeing here, a pause. They're putting a captain setup long here. They're disconnecting, and let's see if they reconnect back. All right. So let's see if we break 148, the market will be disconnected between the long and the short. And they're starting to build up a transitional zone right here. Shorts are in charge. I mean, earliest sign of a higher low coming in here, but that's not enough for us to be long. I mean, ultimately, at this current time, we need a 200 reversal, meaning 13,200. All right. Well, that is another disconnect between the 200 and the 100. And let's see what that brings to us. That means we are in a consolidation phase. And obviously, the bias right now so far is long, is short. But that does not mean that we will not receive pockets of buy interest along the way. Uh, this is one of them. The 100 NT Rinko just reversed here. So a retest of it and maybe a disconnect of the transitional zone and a reconnect of it that could put us in a position to taking a scalp long. Nothing serious, but we just have to be very uh, aggressive long. We need that 200 to show up. 13,200. Okay. Now, two scenarios. 112 is one is a reconnect of the 100 NT Rinko, or you go all the way up to 200. Yep. Here we go. All right, so 112. Okay, we're getting close to it. I swear, man. You think the market is going to reverse any minute, but it's just not there. Not there. All right, so 111. There you go. So now the market is back in sync on the short side, and what we were looking for is run back up new transitional zone, and we'll take a look at a short. I mean, we're at a whole number here, which is 13,100. So I mean, If they're not gonna defend this level, I mean, what else are they gonna defend? But the market is gonna do what the market wants to do. Well, they're coming. At least they're disconnecting here. Now, this is a scenario that would be interesting. If we break 148, that would be a captain setup long on the on the 100 NT Rinko, and that would be a catalyst once it's tested for a run up to 200. So that's a level that I'm watching closely right now. If we get this current candle to close higher, meaning 148 and a quarter, that'll be a captain setup long, and then we can see if we can dig into this transitional zone, which is 162 to 192. I mean, I will take that structure. There you go. I mean, I could even get aggressive with it. Look at that. Yeah, I need the pullback though. I mean, I'll even take 140. What you're seeing right now is a significant behavior that we need to be very cautious of on the long perspective. This is a captain set up long, and they are forcefully reacting to it. So that bottom right there at 103 is going to be a critical level for the rest of the day. Right now, I would have to wait for a disconnect in the transitional zone before I get too excited about jumping in. But that captain set up long at 47, 48 was a good one. I can't just jump in anywhere. It has to be a pullback. Here you go. All right, let's see here. I mean, if I like that captain setup that we put up there, but we need a new transitional zone, and if that happens, that would be a scalp for me to a higher price. Ultimately, 13,200 needs to happen in order for the mechanics of the shorts to, or the mechanics of the market to kind of shift to the long side for a little bit. We may get 2 to 3 candle run back up that could take us to 250 and see how the market reacts there. But this is somewhat of a base for for the longs right now. But a base is not a trade; it's just an environment. Here we go. I'll take it, and yeah, of course, right. I gotta stop myself. Okay, I gotta stop myself. All right, let's keep working. Like right here, that first candle and the second candle, price action needs to be at 60. Yeah, not pulling back like this. Yeah, here you go. They're putting a captain setup short, so let's see how well they're gonna handle that behavior. Okay. So ultimately 124.75. Okay. So 124.75. The longs need to hold on to that. If we flip and get to that level, then we're going to look for rallies as a shorting opportunities. What do I think on what? Uh, oh, for a long. Oh, Tesla. I mean, you're buying it when the market is down 400 points. So I mean, how's the premium doing on that? At least you're not buying it in an up day. You're buying it on a down day and a big one. I like the odds of that. Okay. Well, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. So that means I would have had to wait and sit through all this price action in order for it to work. And I think that's not good risk management. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, we're coming into levels in which if we challenge them, we will experience some momentum on the downside. Yeah, so look at that. Yeah, they're not too firm here. I mean, you have that. Ultimately, you have this. You have this captain set up long on the 200 on the 100 in Tirinko. If we break that, meaning breaking 13,100, you know, we may get a flush out of it, and then we see how far they want to take. Like right now, the 200 and the 100 just got back in sync. So the longs need to break 161, and that would be a captain setup switch trade on the 100 in Tirinko. That would be firming of price action, but ultimately the sellers are still in charge, and here you just have a pocket of defense against that whole number. So, question: if what's going to happen in 2 months? Oh, good, God knows, right? I'll tell you one thing though. I would like, I would always, on a long-term basis, buy the fear. You always buy the fear, and you sell the greed. So right now, anybody that's buying uh, on in a longer term perspective, you're really looking for days like this, and you buy a little bit. And if it goes down tomorrow, you buy a little bit more, and you're buying into that pronounced fear. But your perspective and your time frame is different than somebody that's day trading this instrument. I mean, we're looking at 10 minutes here. It's not going to have the same type of thinking processes that like somebody who is buying to hold on to a month or two or more. But days like this are perfect days to really look for a 2 to 3 months, price pops. Right? If we close this candle, that'll be a captain setup short. I'll take it and see how far it will go. If this candle closes higher, I'll cancel the order and look for more price action. Waiting on that 23 and a quarter. Hmm. So we picked up five, but uh, let's see if I can get more. Okay. Uh, oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's the captain setup. I mean, obviously, we need a little bit more than that, but it's okay. An okay trade. Yeah, we're retesting. We're retesting that bottom number here. That whole number with that captain setup. That's a good one. So I went break even fairly quickly on that. Picked off about, I think, like two contracts for 5 points or close to it, and we got stopped out on the rest. Here you go again. Let's see if we can rally back up and retest this zone and see what happens. Yeah, they're trying to protect the 13,100 right now. Okay. Okay, what happened if they close this candle at 118? I will go short again. If this candle closes higher, I will cancel this order. All right. Right. So they're challenging the first channel here. Hmm. Yeah, I'm looking at DWAC. It hasn't really truly moved since we last saw it, right? It's up about what 4%, which is actually in a down day like this. That's what you want to be in. I mean, you want to be in the market is tanking and this thing is holding up. That's definitely a sign of strength. We're noticing that price action is slowing down here. Yeah, things are slowing down here. That's for sure. The 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. If we break above 147, we will have basically a disconnect between the 200 and the 100, and that puts us in a position where we're just pausing and waiting for the market. Right now, uh, just based on the system, I'm looking for a short. If the cloud shifts negative and I get a new transitional zone, we're coming very close to the bottom or the top of the hour here at 11 o'clock. And this is the month. What time is it right now? Yeah, we're very close to it. This is so far how the month has been for us. The past 3 days, I don't know if it's just the personality of the market or the personality that I'm bringing to the market, but like, early in the morning, I give up, a little bit of money. Then throughout the day, as I get more in tune with price action, I end up making that money back. So like that Monday, that what is that? A Friday, we're down as much as 16. Then I brought it back down to -9. Yesterday it was down 14, and I brought it back all the way to plus 23. And today, we're down 3, and we're just, if I end up trading any later, we'll see how we do. But that's from the beginning of the month on to today. Yeah, the past 3 days have not been smooth, but I'm gonna definitely attempt to kind of lower the frequency and the sizing and try to get out of this zone of price action. So that's where we're at. That's the longs, that's the shorts. We're running at 64%. And good job, Randolph. Good job. Oh, here we go. That was it right here. 18. That's a switch trade right there, Yanis. I know that probably haven't been clean trades for you today, but that trade right here, that's 200 and 100 are in sync, and you got a switch trade right at the inception of a new trade. Oh, you took it, Adam? Yeah, that was a good one. It's almost the same distance and same place. Oh, I understand. So you got this, and it's the same spot too. That's a nice move, man. That is a nice move. So they flushed that captain setup. Let's just take a look back at it. I mean, what you expect from these type of structures here is even an attempt at retesting it will show a little bit more strength than what we have seen here. I mean, if you go back and look at all the captain setups that we have, here you go, and one here. Look at, well, that's another one that they flushed, but you got a captain setup short right here that worked out for 150 points, 150 points on that one, and there's a whole lot more behind that. If you look at the 200 NT Rinko, boy, the captain setups are just humongous. So if you're a swing trader and you look for positions for a long period of time, like looking at multi-day, having the 200 NT Rinko and looking for that structure can really help you. I mean, that's just an example right here. Captain set up long, and that ran from 34, so 120. Captain set up short, that one huge. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 500 points. And I'm measuring it to the close of that transitional zone. So 500 points. Oh, look at that one. Captain set up short, and you're looking from 400. That's 1, that's a 2, that's a 3, that's a 4. Okay, so let's call it 4. I mean, actually, it has potential for 500 points, but the reversal is about 300 points. So that is, let's see what else. Okay, and there's a whole lot more behind that too. So put that in your toolbox. Uh, if you're a swing trader or even just an intraday trader, just the moves off of it is very strong. ES, they established another transitional zone right here, and they pushed it lower. Here we go. Captain setup right here. All right, guys. So it's 11 o'clock, and I'm kind of done for the morning session. I'm gonna take a break, and if I end up trading any more, I will review it the first thing in the morning. Otherwise, we are where we are. You gotta accept whatever the market gives you and every decision that you make. And I accept what happened today, plain and simple. I mean, I've had great days. I have days where I looked like I'm getting punched in the face. And then I have days where, okay, I cannot do any wrong. I had days where the day starts ugly and turns very, very beautiful. So you just have to be accepting of whatever the market gives you and all your decisions. That's the best you could do as a trader. And at the end of the day, it's not at the end of the day, it's at the end of the month, at the end of the year. You want to see numbers that are constantly are doing this up, consolidate. You're going up, and okay, here you go. You took a dip, but the dip here is not a dip where you are, you're taking out the prior dip. You want a higher low in your equity. And here you go. I mean, we took a big big run up yesterday, and now we have a blip in equity. And tomorrow we hope to see another high, and you're gonna have a blip, a day where you lose a little bit of money, and just keep going, keep going. Like even here, early on from the beginning of the month, I mean, I got to 10,000, gave it to negative whatever that is, negative like a couple of grand, you know, spent 2 3 days kind of consolidating, then boom, we had the 28,000 or $23,000 day. Then okay, boom, 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 boom. So that's how it looks like for me. Maybe weekly. Yeah, here you go. 10,000. We had whatever that is, negative few grand. That's the 30 grand week, 10 grand week, 20 grand week this week because of yesterday. So that's that. And we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day. Stay disciplined, stay focused, wait for the right opportunities to come. Focus on uh, being relaxed into the trading process and not getting emotional with any of this. At the end of the day, it's just money. It's just money. There are bigger things in life, like your health. That's bigger. So that's it for me. And we will see you tomorrow. You guys have a good one.